Okay, so I will speak in English. If anyone prefer me to speak Mandarin or mix, you can type in the chat and let me know. Let me share my screen. Okay, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Young Technopreneur introduction session. This session is to explain what is Young Technopreneur, what your children will learn from this program if you decided to enroll them. I will also introduce who is Craft Guru and a bit of my background. By the way, in between, if you have any question or I speak too fast, you can either raise your hand or type in the chat. We will pay close attention to the chat. Okay, first of all, we know we cannot deny that technology is taking over the world by storm. So this is the first reason why we have this Young Technopreneur program. Second reason is the children, today's children, they are actually really tech savvy. Traditional classroom approach of learning is already obsolete, meaning to say that some kids, maybe they are just 7 years old, but they are already watching a lot of YouTube or even Instagram and learn a lot of knowledge from there already. So there is no way that we ask kids, wait for us to teach you physics chapter 1 when you reach 17 years old. So the knowledge is piling up in the internet. So how can we help our kids to learn better and develop skills in this technology era? So Young Technopreneur is a program, a holistic program that not just most students skills, but also look into making them an entrepreneur. So that is where the terms come from, technopreneur. So perhaps before that, I would like to share about who is Craft Guru first. Of course, Craft Guru has been established since 2018. The purpose of establishing Craft Guru is more of one to deliver this young technopreneur solution to a lot of talented students, because we see that in the market there may be a lot of programs, but they are not really feeding the students' need. They are just another set of spoon feeding enrichment program, set to say that. So with that, let me share another slides, introduction a bit about myself and how Craft Guru come about. Okay, I'm checking my slides. I hope everyone can see my slides. Okay, so this is, okay, what we are focusing now is to mold students' computational thinking. Okay, I will explain what is computational thinking later. So a bit back, about myself. I'm actually a trained master trainer from Carnegie Mellon University. If you, okay, wait, yeah. Okay, if you Google about Carnegie Mellon, they are the top in the world for computer science. So I am also their trainer for their game development program, named Zulama. So it's a program developed by Carnegie Mellon, the combination of Faculty of Entertainment Technology and Computer Science. So besides, I also the consultant for Ministry of Education, where I actually help the government to integrate computational thinking in the syllabus. You can see the blueprint talk about the ICT subject should map to the international standard called ISTE. So I am helping them to, I'm helping them to, oh, okay, wait, yeah. Okay, my apology. So now this one is the yeah, the actually Malaysia government also pushing computational thinking, and they even state in the Malaysia blueprint that the ICT should map to the world standard. The world standard refer to ISTE. So you all can Google all this. For the past record, I actually helped MDEC to get the seal of alignment from ISTE. So this is basically my one-person job. I help MDEC to do all these things. And I also provide training to, I'm the computational thinking specialist for MDEC, where I provide training to pre-service teacher and also in-service teacher. So these are the lecturer from Institute Pendidikan Guru trained by me. You can see my face in every photos. I also the trainer for 13 public universities lecturer in computational thinking and computer science. Besides, I also train teacher or trainer on all these programming languages. And I also prepare the KEMAS teacher. If you wonder what is KEMAS, they are the preschool government teacher in computational thinking. So actually, Malaysia government already started pushing computational thinking to schools. But I just wonder how many teachers can really do the thinking skills approach and not spoon feeding approach. So it is the encouragement from government to start instilling computational thinking to students as young as 4 years old, 5 years old, and so on. Okay. Besides, I also help the Ministry of Education to come up with all these teaching module, how to teach computational thinking, become the panel of member to revamp syllabus, even for technical school subject. And these are all the publisher briefing, how to guide the publisher to have computational thinking in the textbooks. So basically, these are the background about myself. I started this computational thinking training service since 2016. So it's like almost 10 years already. But I wonder how many of you had heard of computational thinking. Have you all heard of computational thinking from schools? How many heard of it? Can raise hand or no? Never heard of, right? So that means, yeah, first time today. Actually, Malaysia government has already put in a lot of effort to at least get me to come back from US to train the teacher here. But some have not heard of. Out of all these, I saw Sharon say yes. Oh, at least one person heard of computational thinking. And let me talk a bit about computational thinking, then I talk about young technopreneur. The idea behind computational thinking is actually to train a teacher to teach students the thinking skills, right? Why I want to teach them thinking skills? Because the future, we know the AI will take over and AI will do a lot of problem solving things. So what else for we human to do? Human can only be user using the technology, but we don't want. We want our future generation to even create solution. So to create solution, they need to have thinking skills. So we are doing the reverse engineering. Instead of teach coding, we teach the thinking skills. Just like people always ask me what is computational thinking because I just joined Mensa recently. I get my IQ to test and join Mensa. Even Mensa member asked me what is computational thinking. So I was telling them, we all know what is strategic thinking. So how to teach students strategic thinking? Maybe we use chess as a tool, play chess. Tell them how to defend, how to attack, and all that. Same thing, computational thinking is how to compute problem and solution. But and then coding is just a tool to execute our solution. But sad to see that in the market, a lot of training providers, they focus the other way around. They focus on coding. They ask students to memorize all the code and that's all. And then they claim that the students already graduate, already know how to do coding. But many times students only memorize coding. If you throw them a new problem, I bet they may not know how to start the coding, or they may find that coding is really draining their brain energy. So here we want to really promote computational thinking because only then we can fight against AI. So before that, let me share with you, even until today, just now I mentioned 2016 government, Malaysia government promote computational thinking. 2016, right? But in US, 2006 already started pushing computational thinking. So we are 10 years behind. And maybe you will ask, 2006, the US already pushing computational thinking. Are they still into computational thinking now after almost 20 years? So just let me share what Microsoft CEO have to say. So you can go to our Craft Guru website, go to press room and check the news update. We have posted the article here. Even the Microsoft CEO say that computational thinking is the fundamental even as AI shapes the software industry. Okay, so this is June 12, 2025. So just few days ago, the Microsoft CEO talked about this. And his interview can be watched from here.
Coffee cup post. There was no clappy clap song. Make sure you track your time. So, as the CEO of Microsoft, in this world of AI, if I'm a beginner, just want to break into tech, what's your number one piece of advice? Just getting real fundamentals on sort of software. If you're a software engineer, I think it matters a lot. To me, having the ability to think computationally, because even if you get the levels of abstraction, right? Like this morning, one of the demos I did was even I could go and fix a bug because it was assigned to me by just assigning it to Copilot coding agent. Except I was thinking about it. It was a pretty cool issue, right? The issue was I do a filter, which was basically a percentile creating a feature. I did a feature, but then I said, oh man, this is like, I could, recount what's the SQL query, right? Group, case when, right?
Yeah, so these are computational thinking. What I'm trying to say again is, let me emphasize, to teach coding should be more of teaching them how to think computationally and not just memorize syntax. So at the beginning of the video, you can see that the important is not about know how to code, but at least understand some fundamental concept of computer science will do, because the fundamental will never change. For example, 1 plus 1 is always 1 plus 1. It will never change to 1 plus 1 becomes 4. So understanding the fundamental of software or computer science is important. But besides, having computational thinking to come up with solution is important. So even a few days ago, his interview also talked about computational thinking. Okay, so that is why, not because of that, because when I became the master trainer for Carnegie Mellon back in 2014, I already foresee that the mindset that the US having to teach kids computational thinking is really important. that time when I was conducting training in Asia, in different country, I keep thinking, what happened to Malaysia students? Are they going to catch up if they don't have this computational thinking? Because it's really behind, even behind Taiwan already. When I went to Taiwan for the AI training last year, we also realized we are actually 30 years behind Taiwan in terms of AI development. So the thinking skills, another thing that we need to catch up. So in 2016, when I became the consultant for Ministry of Education, because they want to roll out computational thinking in 2017, I actually share with them the Carnegie Mellon computer science content. I talk about how they teach children how to think. For example, they don't teach kids how to use Microsoft Word, but they teach them how to see what element is important in Microsoft Word. For example, Microsoft Word got file, edit, insert. So they will ask the kids, if you were to develop a software, what are the elements you would take? So they are already teaching them how to create back in 2014, right? Now, I mean, in Malaysia, I believe a lot of classes still teaching kids how to use only. So when I share the content with Ministry of Education, the officers told me that, oh, they cannot be so advanced because what I proposed to them is a big jump in the syllabus. So they say they can only jump a small steps. So they asked me if I can follow their footsteps to do a little bit by little bit. So I wonder because I believe kids can learn really fast. That's why I set up Craft Guru, roll out the content that I see that is so excellent from Carnegie Mellon, and I want to see if kids can catch up. So I even share some of the content with Genius Pinta. If you heard of UKM Genius Pinta, they started a new program because all these years they focus on STEM program, but now they create a new program called Digital Innovator. So this Digital Innovator also I was the one behind to design the whole syllabus, to develop all the 5 years content, to mold all these genius kids. So this year is 2025. They started this in 2021. And even, I mean, this year, all the students are sitting for high school diploma. But even before this year, like maybe 2021, when they do presentation to the industry expert, they were impressed that the students can come up with all the prototype, which the market is ready to use one. So again, what I'm trying to say is kids learn fast. We may think that they cannot learn all these abstract concepts or difficult concepts, but just because their brain is still fresh, haven't congested with a lot of other things, that's why they can learn fast. And therefore, I all the more confidence that this young technopreneur program is able to mold kids, especially in terms of the technology skill set and also the entrepreneurship skill sets. So this young technopreneur actually quite simple. We have two types of module. One is for the primary level. Another one is for secondary level. So let's talk about primary level. We have 4 modules, start from animator and also game developer. And we have physical computing engineering and also mobile app development. Now, game development, from my experience and even the training I went through with Carnegie Mellon, they say game development is the toughest software programming. It's like the ceiling skills you need to have. That's why we have this game development. But before you can program game, you need to tell story first. That's why we arrange like that, where students start from becoming a storyteller, then they do game development. So every game got a story. For example, like Mario, the story is Mario go and rescue princess. So we need to have a storyteller. They only have game developer. And then we also foresee that the Industry 4.0 will become so important. That's why we do physical computing engineer to teach them how to connect device between devices, like the fridge can talk to the TV or the aircon. You can use your handphone to set the aircon before you reach home. Of course, we already have this technology now, but kids need to know the fundamental concepts of how these devices connect with each other. Instead of just learn robotic, the robot is already programmed and you just need to fix it and code it a little bit. This physical computing engineer is totally different. We teach them how to use a microprocessor. We teach them how to use different sensors creatively. They can even use it to come up with their own robotic car or a robot that can do different tasks, maybe do some house chore or even do some Internet of Things kind of connectivity. So that's why we call this physical computing engineer. And to be able to control all these devices, we need to have apps. So we link these two modules together. The kids, after they done physical computing, they feel that I want to try mobile apps, so they can come to this module. Okay, so to summarize again, we have 4 modules. Of course, for students who have zero knowledge, we will ask them to start from junior animator. Another module they can start with is this physical computing. But physical computing, you need to buy the microprocessor. So you need to invest a little bit, maybe 200 ringgit to start with. So for kids, we always say start from junior animator. Once they find that learning coding is interesting and they are able to come up with the solution creatively, then they can expand their skills to develop game, to physical computing, to mobile apps development. Okay, so these are kids friendly approach. As I mentioned, the most important thing is to mold their problem solving or computational thinking skills. And for young module, or the young animator, young game developer, all this module is really the real thing, meaning that they can use a real animation software to come up with animation that is ready to publish to the market. All right. So for the junior is more of a drag and drop kind of coding, but for young, they really can come up with story to even post it to YouTube or develop a game that they can sell through iOS or Android platform, really develop a downloadable apps and all that. Okay, so the young module is you don't even have to wait until go to college. You can learn all these things already. Okay, before I proceed, is there any question you would like to ask? Yeah, National School has microbit for year 5 in RPT. But yeah, I also actually helped Ministry of Education to come up with this chapter for microbit. Sad to say that it's only, I think, 1-2 chapter only. It's not a full-blown course. So it would be good if students can continue to learn the physical computing in a full-blown manner. Yeah. I wait till my girl enters again. Okay.
Hi, I have a question.
Oh, yeah?
So I'm Sharon here. So if let's say my child is 11 years old,
Mm-hmm.
does he has to start from the junior level or can straight goes to the young level?
Can start from young level. Does he has a basic in coding?
Might be a little bit, but I don't think it's really, the right fundamental in a way. But he has a great interest in coding and all that. But that's why I was wondering whether should have to go through the junior level in order to go to the next level.
Oh, we will have a bridging course for those who, like, let's say secondary school, but with zero coding knowledge, they can go through this bridging course and then start all this.
I see. Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay. So basically, if let's say 7 years old, start with junior animator level 1, and then after that continue with level 2, we will encourage them to go to this one. But if it is a 10 years old, then we will suggest them to start from junior animator level 1, level 2. Then they can straight away try a young animator level 1, level 2. So it's not a procedural way of going through this program. It doesn't really have to be like, okay, I start junior animator, after that I have to go to game developer, then after that physical computing, then here, then only go to here. So not necessary. So it depends on the student's speed of picking up the knowledge. So to summarize again, we have a junior and young, and this junior, we have 4 modules. Each module is 20 lessons, equivalent to 5 months. So every 5 months, we will have a demo day where you can see what your kids can do. So they will demo to you their prototype. So that at least students have a platform to showcase their creation. Okay, and to further enhance, to emphasize on why young technopreneur, we don't just teach them coding, like I mentioned, we teach them computational thinking through the creation of all these digital artifacts, like the storytelling, game developer. So these are digital artifacts. So we teach them computational thinking. So it's integrate in between lessons. Of course, you cannot see it explicitly. It's implicit. We also teach them public speaking and also entrepreneurship. For example, animation, they will have to present their story. So this is public speaking. And they also need to organize event. Of course, I'm talking about age appropriate, not to ask a 7 years old to organize the whole event by themselves. So it's a guided, but at least they start to learn how to do things. For example, those who go through game development program, they will learn how to conduct a play testing session, convince the player and explain to them how to play the game, and even interview the play tester how to improve their game, the kind of public speaking skills like interview, like convincing skills and all that. They also need to promote their game on the social media. So this is where they pick up all the entrepreneurship. So each of these module have these 3 elements here. Okay, I would say this is really a holistic approach where students will be able to integrate all the knowledge together and apply it in practical section, especially during demo day. You'll be able to see their prototype and their public speaking skills. Okay, so skill set that we can build through coding, sometimes even universities are looking for all these skill sets. Our content actually map to certain skill sets. Like I mentioned, because I actually help the government to map their standard to the international standard. Of course, this program will definitely map to the international standard. And we are working towards to get the seal of alignment as well. Okay, we have a, like I mentioned, we have a really carefully crafted content and mapped to international standard. We also integrate computational thinking behind all this content. We have a learning management platform where students can always log in and look at all the notes. So just for the record, I can show the, wait, I can Okay. I am trying to open our LMS to share with you how it look like. Let me stop share and share our LMS. Yeah, so we have all this, we have this learning management system to enroll students in all this course, and they can always look through the notes to do revision or even submit the homework here, and our tutor will. Okay, so all the notes are here with a guided video and all that. Okay, so this is the learning management system. We believe in practice make perfect. So after they go home, they also can practice their coding skills, or even parents know what we are teaching. So you can log into the LMS and see what they learn. If they go back, they forgot, they still have something to refer. So this is what we want to give them the best resources to build the skills. So LMS and our tutor are all trained, all well trained. So Craft Guru is a company started by myself, and Craft Guru has been providing training to a lot of company or universities. Even University of Malaya every year engage Craft Guru to provide computational thinking training to CEO, all the C-level people. Yeah, so, and we are also the affiliate for Utah, one of the 14 industry partners to educate IT talents. So we provide consultation as in how to make their degree better. And one of the things that we provide is computational thinking training. If you search for Utah digital economy degree, you can see one of the subject is computational thinking design for digital economy. So this whole subject is basically created by myself. Yeah, if you Google, you can see this one, computational thinking design in digital economy. So it is a subject created by myself. Okay, so we are also the training provider, HRDF training provider, provide all these courses to companies. So this is the background of computational thinking, Craft Guru, myself, and Young Technopreneur. And what makes us different is we don't do spoon-feeding teaching. We want them to have the thinking skills, to have the public speaking skills, and also entrepreneurship. And our program is very outcome-oriented. Like you join this course, you know definitely they can do animation. Not like maybe some training provider, they say, okay, learn Python, but what can Python do? Or can do a lot of things, but what is the outcome in the end? So we craft the path so that students know, okay, what I can become if I pick up these skills. Yeah. Okay, so with that, I open for questions. Any questions regarding this program? Okay, I got a question PM to me. How will this program help my child stand out in the future? Okay, we believe the future will have not just me. There are a few authors even published book talk about this. The future will only have two types of human. One is creator, one is user. Creator not like God create human. Creator is like those who create technology. For example, create Facebook and we use it, so we are user. What happened to the country when we use Facebook, when we pay for the blue tick? In fact, the currency actually drain out from our country. So we don't want that. We want us to be the creator and other country use our product. So definitely if your child own computational thinking, he will definitely have the advantage of getting the best solution for the world to use. If not the world, then it's for the country. And what I'm trying to say is, Utah internally even says that, oh, the degree in computer science is not applicable anymore because AI is taking over all the coding. So now they realize, oh, computational thinking is very important. And just last week when we have meeting, they say they open up my subject to even first year students. So they want first year students to even have this computational thinking, not just wait until third year students. Yeah, so it's really important to have these thinking skills. Okay, let me see what other question. Can a 6 years old start? 6+ can. Yeah. 6+ can. And what is the biggest success story from this program so far? Okay. I want to share something that I really proud of. This is a real story. I try to find if I can figure, if I can search back this boy, 11-year-old. Wait. So in MTech, last time we have this program called Digital Ninja. So Digital Ninja is a program, a school holiday program to mold kids who have talent in all this digital making. And we groom, especially this boy. I remember he was just a so-called so-so, academically so-so students, like maybe mathematics is 50 something, science is 50 something, but he is really good in coming up with mobile apps. He managed to develop 60 mobile apps, and some of the apps has got 600,000 downloads. So imagine if one download is 0.99 cent USD, how much he already have. And sad to say that that time back in 2017, we don't have Genius Pinta to have this digital innovator program. So the National University Singapore scouted him, offered him a green lane to straight away join year 2 university. Yeah. So this is something that we really convince us that especially the millennial kids, they really are good in technology. So yeah, I cannot find the Z ping. There is this boy lah. If I can find, I will share with you. So this is something that we are really proud to share lah. Can this program help build my child's confidence and presentation skills? Definitely, because through this program, we will teach public speaking. Of course, if some kids, they inclined to spoon feeding way of learning thing, everything wait for teacher to tell them what to do, we may drop these kind of students. So we came across kids, they refuse to use their brain to think. They just sit there and wait for you to tell them what's the code, how to type the codes. We will suggest them better not lah. But for kids who, so active and want to try out their ideas, we totally welcome. Are there any competitions, exhibition, or pitching opportunity for the students? Yeah, we will always look out for competition for students to join because competition is the best way to test their skills. So Malaysia, we have a lot of competition, especially like Scratch or Olympiad. We will encourage our students to join, and our course content even good enough for them to join this kind of competition. Will students get to collaborate? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, because thank you for this question. Will students get to collaborate or lead their own mini projects or businesses? Now, just now I mentioned students after 20 lessons, they will have a demo day. In fact, the 20th lesson is the demo day. So during the demo day, Craft Guru will invite our affiliate industry partner to come and listen to their presentation. And recently, just because I joined Mensa, so I get to get all these Mensa people to be the mentor also, to come and listen to the students' presentation. And I believe this is something rare that not many enrichment program provider can do this. So of course, through MDEC consultation service, I also get to know a lot of top company who can come and mentor the students, Utah lecturers, some mentor people, and some other industry partners. So these are the things we will do to give feedback to the students so that they know their prototype is not something plucked from the air. It's practical and real world, solving real world problem. Okay, if no questions, perhaps, wait. Okay, your son is 11 years old, love to play game and even create game story on drawing, but he never learned coding with this book. Yeah, definitely suitable because the 11 years old, we can, okay, I can give example. One of the center, some students, they are really good. So we only run the junior animator for 1 month. They are already able to master the skills. Then we switch to the game development module in the second month. So we will not like ask students to wait until they finish all the 20 lessons, only move on to other modules. So our tutors will keep a close eyes to the students' progress and propose to parents how to progress. Yeah. Okay, if there is no other question, yeah, I'll hand over to Karen to answer these questions. Karen, over to you.
Okay, our center in Setia Alam, near the Prima shop lot there. We are actually a daycare and a maths enrichment program. So we know this computational thinking a few years back, and we know Elinor a few years ago, but she was very busy with MTech and MOE thing. That's why we invite her for many years, and finally, this year, we can get her to start this lesson, this computational thinking in our center in Setia. Okay, so for this junior animator, because we are gathering headcount actually. We don't know, maybe some kids 7 years old, some kids secondary, like my kids already secondary. So maybe we will start with junior animator or some bridging program like mentioned just now. Probably in mid-July. Okay, so if you are interested, you can contact me or contact Craft Guru anytime. So here about the fee structure. Okay, for registration, 100 ringgit. Monthly fee, 300 for 4 classes per month. If you sign up full term means for the 20 lessons for one level, then it will be 250 per month. If you bring your own device, BYOD, instant rebate 30 ringgit, there will be 220 per month. But now we have this special promotion. If you sign up before 1st July, we will offer you for 200 for full term for 5 months. Means you complete the whole level. But like Eleno mentioned just now, it's not necessary like you have to follow level 1 and then level 2 because the tutor will monitor your kids very closely, and this for 5 months, okay? For 5 months if you sign up before 1st July. So because this thing maybe is very new to some parents or very new to us, but we know that since 2027 there will be new syllabus in government. There we have some teachers here, maybe they know about what they will what's that what are the elements they include in the new syllabus. So computational thinking, I believe, is one of the element, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, so my kids already standard 2 and standard 4. They start 2027 standard 1, miss already. So that's why we have this opportunity to start this program in our center. So fast grab this opportunity. At least they know what is this, because in this AI era, the tools changing very fast. In the AI world, all the things changing very fast. But the fundamental is the thinking skill. We believe computational thinking is a thinking skill to let the kid to think and to create or to use the tool. So very thank you all to join this briefing. And any question you can ask now or you can ask later, or you have any comment. Okay. Elino, what's the ratio of teacher student in this class and how long will be one session? One session is 1.5 hours, right?
Yes, 1.5 hours, and we normally do 1 teacher to 10 students.
So it's better that the kids, they have their own laptop.
Yes.
Mm.
Normal laptop will do unless they move on to young module where they need to develop a 2D game, then only upgrade to a better laptop. But if you say for junior module, normal laptop will do. Some parents, they even buy the second-hand laptop for their kids to use, also doable. Yeah.
Laptop is better than the tab or handphone, right?
Yes, because some of the coding, like we need students to download file, handphone or tablet cannot do.
Okay, so it's better, at least they can practice at home with the RMS system as well. Which day of the course? We are planning to start on Friday night, 7 p.m. or another slot will be, is it Saturday? Any slot available?
Yeah, we are gathering feedback, see how many students can join Friday or Saturday 2:30. So we see which one you all prefer, then we will start the slot with the most.
We can better. We have one word here. We can better.
Okay. Okay. Karen, do you have any form for them to like register their interest or just PM, just WhatsApp you?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I think mostly here register mostly our daycare parent and West Monkey parent. So if you have any further question, you can ask me or ask MM Miss Monkey teacher. Definitely we have our kids lah. Waiting for years.
Okay. Yeah, if you have any question, maybe you can go to Craft Guru website to read. Wait, let me show you again, Craft Guru. Let me share screen if you have any questions. Yeah. Yeah, so you can share. Huh? Okay, so you can just go to Craft Guru. Yeah, the explanation of all the courses. So this program is done by 7 years old. So slow.
This one with the sound as well?
Yeah.
Or because we didn't hear any sound.
Oh, okay. I didn't share the sound. Anyway, you can go to the Craft Guru website to check out all the courses we have lah. Yeah. Yeah, and then also some of the computational thinking research I done since 2016. You can read up my journal article here and here. Yeah. Okay. So.
Okay, if no more question, we hope to hear from you soon. And thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you, Elinor, for your time. Thank you all. So happy holiday.